And there's Isabel, my darling. Hello, my darling. Yes, it is. Yes, my love. Not as lovely as you, though. Unfortunately, in the beginning, I saw Cheddar, whatever. Ooh. Can I have that with you, my darling? See, these are the things you have to say if you want to impress a lady. Only if you're a gentleman, though. Alright, so we're here. And I'm going to water stuff. This can's probably on its way out. Well, alright, so it's usual. It's our usual exercise today. We're going to try to make some money. Because we got a lot to pay for. We got to pay for a bridge over there. I'm going to start making inclines, and we're going to have to pay for those too. We're also going to have to... Ooh, Paula, my darling. You didn't leave, did you, baby? These peacock butterflies flying around. So yeah, so we'll do all that kind of crap, and we'll see what else we can get involved in. But anyway, I want to start building inclines now that I know that it's something that the village itself can pay for overall. And we could probably get something done with the other character. But anyway. I also want to check out what my money trees are doing. Want to make some money, honey. So this all seems good, nice and watered. Even the evergreen, which is evergreen, so you don't need to water it. Let's see if that is a fossil or another friggin' egg! Alright. We gotta check on Paula, because it seems like Paula is very melancholy right now. Do I have anything I could sell as it is? No, I ended off with that. Hey look, a balloon. I wonder what's in that balloon. Oh, it's in that present. Oh, it's an egg! Oh, an egg! So now I have a picnic set. Natural square table, outdoor picnic set. Cherry blossom petals. How does that make a picnic set? I could make that. Natural square table. Bunny day flooring. Probably not going to put together a floor that will be obsolete in a couple of days. There we go. Something useful. Yeah, what did I unlock now? Oh! Hit rocks. You got it. What's this? Talk to the audience. Oh god, this is always dead. Alright. Well, I could talk to Chatter, because he's going to be freaking hanging around. I really don't like that guy. Oh, for God's sakes. So, anyway, let me see what's over here. So, I did start playing the Bravely Default demo. Bravely Default. Do you know why they call it Bravely Default, by the way? Because I watched walkthroughs of the first two. I actually stopped this thing. I gotta get back to watching the second one before this one comes out, which they still don't know when that's gonna be. But the reason why it's called Bravely Default is because the series of games, the combat system, is based on being brave or defaulting. And what that means is, if you default, that means you just kind of play defense. Bravely Defensive would have made more sense than Bravely Default. I mean, if you're going to go so far as to call something as unsettling as Bravely Default, you could have said Bravely Defensive. That's more than I thought we would have. Wow, they're actually going to donate to that. That's pretty interesting. Not much, but it's something. My cheap-ass neighbors. Hey, the money tree's growing fruit. Actually, I should say bearing fruit. And as Christ once said, the tree is known by its fruit. What's up, Rowan? Fossile. Alright, nothing like an Italian fossil. Let me get these weeds out of here. They grow like weeds, those damn things. Hey, Rowan, you like my money tree, man? What's up, kid? I don't really have anything for you, so let's just hang. Dude, you're kind of repeating yourself now. It's sort of bothering me. Come on, put something new. I'm going to get rid of you. No, I'm not going to get rid of Rowan. Rowan's not going anywhere. Alright, there we go. Get some money. Now, I should think about that bridge before I think about my own damn house. Tell Tom Nook to suck it. Fossil! Yay! Cover you. So, Bravely Default 2 demo is really, really interesting. It's going to be a really good game. It's funny, Squaresoft, they're known for Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy is the worst series of games they make. All the other games like Octopath Traveler, Chrono Trigger, the Mana series, all those games are so much better than Final Fantasy's garbage. Suddenly, I have nothing but black bass and eggs. It doesn't make sense. Gotta walk carefully, because you never know when a pink mantis might be hanging around. I saw a rock up here, and I might have seen... Yep. Where's the dig site? And also a fucking weed, man. I love his reaction when he ricochets off with the axe. Alright, weed. I saw that. Saw that too. Come here, you bastard. Bertha! Bertha's out of her house. Yay, let's go hang out with her. Fucking egg. Fucking egg. Oh, it's an earth egg. I'm sorry. It's so different than just an egg. Another egg. Another fucking egg. Zipper's getting out of hand. Hi, baby. I'm so happy to see you, my love. You're obsessing over your do-it-yourself projects, and it's bothering me. Finally, something useful. Alright, there's a money tree I just planted. See, we gotta make an incline here so we could just walk up and down stairs. Gotta make a bridge up here too. What am I doing? Wink. It's too much for my mind to process. Some things need to be selected the old-fashioned way, and others I can just go through the sifting menu. Whoa. Hey, fossil! Alright, let's get all the dig spots out of here. Weed be gone. Don't want you hanging around. Should I visit this dipshit or no? I really don't want to. I guess I'll visit him. It's the kind thing to do as representative. Suddenly we have a lot of cherry blossoms just shitting their blossoms everywhere. How do you catch those, Annette? Hey, a bluegill. Probably does. Hi, chatter. I remember you forcing me to invite you. But I don't remember actually saying, hey, man, let me tell you something. I love you. I don't remember saying that. I just remember you saying, I want to live here. And I was like, oh, no, please say no, you don't. And then you said, hey, talk to the representative. And I was like, oh, no, please. And then the representative said, hey, you want him to move in? And I was like, oh, no, I don't. Oh, damn it, he's moving in. That's what I remember. I mean, I don't think it's anything personal. I just want this place to be filled with ladies, but... I tell you what I don't want it to be filled with. Fucking eggs! Is CJ still hanging around? That's an egg. I know that's an egg. In fact, I'm going to prove that it's an egg. You ready? How much is an egg? It's a drinking game now. Up, you got to take a shot. I should have people donate to me if I get that right. If you're watching this video, which billions of people should be, and I say, oh, that's an egg, and it becomes an egg, you should donate, like $1. It's a very interesting charity. It's called the Dear God Bookman Needs Real Money charity, so we're always open for investments. Look at that, another fossil. Why are the fossils all popping up here? I mean, it's not a big deal because if I can't donate them, I can sell them for a good amount of money. All right, what? Nobody likes my campsite no more. Egg. I wouldn't do that with the dig spots being eggs because there isn't a dig spot type. Like I know what fish shadows equal eggs. That I know. But yeah, this place looks too bravely default for me. It looks. I think I'm going to use that term for everything now. It looks bravely default. Like I'm boisterously showing how blasé it is. Polly, you're back, darling. What you doing, my love? Ooh. Hey, you gave it to me. I'll take whatever you want to give me, baby. Anything you say is cool. I love you. Okay, anyway. Bye, my love. Alright, now. What happened to, Patty. Where's Patty? Alright, so let's give what money I have to you, fire hydrant. Alright. It still just looks like what I start off with. Where the hell's Patty? I'm gonna check up on Patty after I'm done with this. So anyway, I still have people that are bitter and angry with the fact that I have said Metal Gear Solid's an overrated series because they keep saying that that's an opinion. That's not a fucking opinion, that's a fucking fact. Now, I'm gonna explain to you why it's a fact. I'm gonna give you, first there's Blathers. Like, my opinion is Blathers is the best character in this game because I find him to be hilarious. There's nothing that proves one way or another that this is the best character in terms of his writing, in terms of his personality, whatever. There's nothing that proves that he's the best character. I just like Blathers because I find him to be hilarious. That's an opinion. Now, if this game was supposed to be so deep, and he was the deepest character and the best written character in a game that was more or less revolving around its writing and stuff, then yes, then he's the best character in the game, fundamentally stating that's the best character in the game. So that's a fact. Now, if the consensus is that he's the best character in the game, and again, the game is about writing and the depth of the characters and stuff, and his character has no real depth or whatever, it's just an opinion that is stated by those that consider themselves critics because they go online and they critique, that then makes them overrated. By definition. Because fundamentally, the character is flawed and not that good a character. Now let's make it something a little bit simpler. Okay? The New York Yankees are the greatest franchise in sports. That's a fact. They have the most success. In competition, the one with the most success is the best. That's what it comes down to, more or less. And in terms of franchises, they had the best players of all time. They had the best training. They were the best franchise. They are the best franchise, even though the Steinbrenners fucked everything up. To say that because you are a Padres fan that they are the best franchise in baseball, that's stupid. They're the best for you, and that's an opinion. Now, if a bunch of online hacks decided to overwhelm a website by saying they're the best franchise in the history of sports, or a bunch of people that are blown away by, their uniforms or whatever, have risen this consensus that, oh, by the way, they're the best franchise, that would make them, by definition, overrated, because the overall consensus is basically saying that a franchise that hasn't done jack shit is the best franchise. Metal Gear Solid is a slow-moving, somewhat strategic, mostly tedious game. And every game from the first one, I played the first one on Nintendo. Every game since the first one was a complete deviation of anything that you would construe as a video game you'd like to play. If you're a kid like I was, and you had a Nintendo like I did, and you were used to jumping on Goombas, and you were used to slashing at Octoroks, and you were used to shooting at those shriek bats, you put in Metal Gear, and you're getting all this storyline on this receiver about Big Boss and Gray Fox and Foxhound and all this stuff, and you're going, okay. And then you realize that for the large majority of the first portion of the game, you're punching shit and trying not to be seen, because if you're seen, suddenly all hell breaks loose and you're being chased around this base. And there weren't really many deviations between the Japanese version originally released on the computer and the Nintendo Entertainment. I mean, they make it seem like they were completely different. They weren't. I've seen walkthroughs of both. I've played the first. I've seen walkthroughs of the Japanese computer version. But it sort of turned off a lot of people to Metal Gear, which was why they made a more action-packed United States version called Metal Gear 2, which was about picking somebody and fighting in a side-scrolling shooter-up. The game wasn't that great either. But be that as it may, a lot of people in the United States didn't like Metal Gear. But it was a polished game, and, you know, Hideo Kojima, Japanese guy, so a lot of the Japanese players enjoyed it. That also, I think, goes into the opinion, because I think a lot of people in the United States, in fact, I'm fully aware, a lot of people in the United States feel that because it's Japanese, that makes it so much better. It's like saying that because other places have done a specific drastic measure, that means doing that is the smart move. It's the idea that because somebody else did something that somebody that apparently is respected for whatever reason did something, that everyone else has to follow suit. It's that concept. Sorry, I don't have anything for you, Ron. I like the glasses, though. The glasses are nice. But whatever the case, we then go into the PlayStation, and we then go into games like Tomb Raider, you know, the WrestleMania game. We go into games that you're blown away by the polygons, and you're not looking at the quality of the games. Because if you actually looked at the quality of the games, like Tomb Raider, which I played a bunch of times, you notice that they're not really that good. They're not very appealing aesthetically. They don't have good controls. They don't give you the ability to kind of freewheel and stuff. It's very linear, you know. So you look at Metal Gear Solid, and it's like those games, Tomb Raider and whatever, from PlayStation 1, that you said, wow, look at the graphics, and you weren't paying attention to the game. But you're also not paying attention to the idiocy of the characters, the idiocy of the character development, the stupid-ass nature of the storyline itself, and a fundamental standard. The game got a near-perfect score. Again, because of people that are so obsessed with games and their art as opposed to games and their playability for a broad universal audience, 90-something, 92, 93, whatever. There are Mario games. There are Metroid games. There are Zelda games, all of which are more universally acceptable and approachable and playable, that don't have 90-some ratings for Metacritic, that don't get 9.5s or 10s or are construed as legendary games from GameSpot, Game Informer, stuff like that. So, as the mature adult that I am, I watched that. The second Metal Gear Solid. Third Metal Gear Solid, when they suddenly wanted to make Big Boss into a heroic figure. And this is an egg. Ready? Get ready to drink. And sort of try to give him more depth lazily by saying, he was once really heroic, but then he became evil. Okay. Why? How about you go even deeper and say there's no such thing as evil per se. It's just, oh, look, a squid. You don't have to drink. It's just perception. It's a point of view. Good is a point of view, Anakin. No. We're just saying he went evil. Okay, so how did he become evil? Duh! Well, his replacement shut up some of his soldiers. Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense. It's got nothing to do with him. Aha moments for the sake of aha moments, twist endings and all that shit. No, that's lazy, that's crap, that's garbage. Especially when they have no relevance towards what you're building up. The first Metal Gear took place in the 1990s, late 1990s, giving it an opportunity for technology that we didn't have to evolve. You then went back in time and made it seem like this technology was here the whole time. And then made it seem as though the actions that were going on in this fourth wall breaking, stupid idiocy that even fans of the series said was just over the top bonkers. And a lot of it was just fan service or self-service. You're relating to actual historic events during that period of time as if to say this really happened. So you're just constantly going from one side to the other. You're constantly going from stupid, goofy, playful fun to over-the-top sci-fi bullshit to, oh yeah, this really happened. You're destroying your own universe constantly. Every story has to take place in an environment. That environment cannot be deviated. You can't have a story about 90% of it or 80% of it is people just going to work and trying to get with a woman, and then suddenly aliens come out of nowhere and start blasting people in the head. I mean, you could. It would be stupid. It would be fundamentally flawed, to say the very least. And this is the problem that I have with the concept of art nowadays and artists. Art is earned. It's not just given. It's not just, hey, I came up with an idea, I'm an artist. It has to be earned. So just making up some stupid shit and saying, yeah, well, it's the creator's vision. It's my art because I envisioned it. Yeah, it's still stupid. And if you're telling me it's near flawless when the gameplay is not universally acceptable, and the storyline is a convoluted mess, and the character development's a disgrace, and they're forcing storyline in your face all day long, then it's an overrated game because it's not nearly perfect. It's terribly flawed. Which is the exact fucking definition, textbook definition of being over-fucking-rated. That's not an opinion. I didn't say what I felt about the games. Yeah, have some cowboy boots. I feel the games are shit. But that's not why I say they're overrated. Hey, you should be happy. I gave you cowboy boots. See, I don't like that. Alright, so I'm going to catch this egg, and then we're going to get out of here for now. So anyway, so that's the way it is, alright? I've been studying this shit for years. I know about storytelling and fun. I fucking write books, for God's sakes. I've been critiqued. I know storytelling. Hideo Kojima obviously doesn't. Because he breaks rules all the time. And his storylines suck. There's an egg. You have to drink. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to be back in a few minutes. I may not discuss that further, but we'll see what I do. I'll see you then.